Oh my goodness. Folks, you gotta do this. Hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. It's day 26 of the Food Storage Challenge. We have some special guests on the homestead, so we are meeting the challenge, yet meeting the appetites of certain people. So we're going to start out with just making some basic hamburgers. But you know, this isn't just basic hamburger. This is our own steer. So one particular individual is extremely excited about this because I'm telling you guys, when you eat meat like this, fine restaurants with filet don't meet up with this. I'm just telling you, it is that good. That basic hamburger is just that good. So I'm letting this fry up first and getting them out of the way so that I can move forth with the meatloaf. Hey, we can burn it and learn it on this meatloaf, whole deal. We're putting it in the Dutch oven, and we're going to add in potatoes and carrots. So we're going to try that recipe out. I love meatloaf. This is a different type of meatloaf, so we're going to see how it plays out. I may mess with the recipe a little bit. I don't know. We'll just see what we do. Let's get inside the kitchen. All right, I just took my skillet outside, which you will see. I'm going to be caramelizing onions and green peppers. So I got out my little slap choppy. Love this deal. I think I've been working with these types of things for, gosh, 10 years or more. I'm also preparing some potatoes. I'm going to be prepping some carrots. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, my carrots, I'm cheating on for two reasons. Number one, I got to grow a lot more carrots on this farm because I'm finding out, as I saw in the spring, I love the carrots that we're growing. I have a whole video on that. Got to get good on that. There is an opportunity to use dehydrated carrots, but at the same time, I have house guests. So there's going to be one little tiny cheat, which is the carrots. I could just omit them, I get that, but I want to see what this is like, okay? So I'm going to throw in some carrots, plus we want happy guests, right? So what I've done for now is I have my own homegrown onion and my own pepper, and I've chopped them and I've got them outside. I'll show you that in a minute. In the meantime, I could just quarter my potatoes and have big, thick chunks, but we want to make sure that they cook, that they cook really well. What I'm going to be doing is making this meatloaf with my own steer meat. Now, you can cut this in half. You could use sausage, 1 pound of sausage, and 1 pound of the ground beef here. Whatever you want to do. This inspiration is coming from the Lodge, one of the Lodge cast iron Dutch oven books. So I'm changing it a little bit, and I'm going to give you a link to the book if you want to be using all this in getting ideas. Just so you see. So I want to show you what I'm doing, cutting this up. My husband is helping me with the fire, so we're going to proceed forth out there and pull the burgers off and get the onions and pepper and olive oil. We want to saute them and get them caramelized and good and yummy. That's the real first step. All right, let's get going. All right, the first wave of the foods are starting to get completed, which is the hamburgers. Hey, no shame in that game. And of course, like I said, we're caramelizing. So I just want to show you that we pulled the hamburgers off. I eat my hamburgers just like this. You slap a tomato on that and get you a side of some dilly beans and maybe some pinto beans, or, that right there, that mighty fine. Well, it can be just fine right there. All right, we're moving, because again, you're dealing with fire. And if you have something that has multiple stages of cooking and a lot of finessing, you got to keep moving. Got to keep trucking along. Let's go. All right, guys, so we are just a little bit of olive oil and a lot of heat, and there's that carbon steel cast iron by Lodge. I threw in some peppers on this. It's not in the recipe, but, green peppers, they matter. So we wanted to throw them in on the recipe. They're yummy. So this is the first step, and we're going to go on forth. So here's the deal, guys. I brought this in. I kind of let it sit for a few minutes. There's the onions and the peppers. I'm putting in 2 pounds of meat. Like I said, you can do 1 pound of beef and 1 pound of sausage according to the original recipe. We're going rogue. Who gives? That's what we're doing here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm mixing this in. It's very hot, so I'm going to do it with a fork and with this and mix this together. And then it calls for a pack of Ritz Crackers. Yes, Ritz Crackers. I don't have Ritz Crackers. I have breadcrumbs, which I was going to use, and I thought, do I have any crackers whatsoever? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I do. Look here. They're expired. We're going to use them. Again, if it's sitting on your shelf and you can use it, that still counts, right? So we're doing it. And instead of me throwing these away or throwing them to the chickens or who knows what, we're going to use them in this recipe. So I'm going to take one sleeve and I'm going to crumble them up. Same thing as using breadcrumbs or whatever. I'm also going to mix in 2 eggs. And at that point, the mixture is going to be set, because then we're going to be using other elements in the Dutch oven. Let's get mixa. Okay guys, so my mixture over there with everything I just showed you is completely mixed and ready to go. I have the 10-inch Dutch oven, and what I've done is I have placed my own homegrown, non-GMO, no steroids, no antibiotics, our beautiful girls. This is them. This is the meat, our harvested meat. This is that's only 4 slices of bacon, y'all. The bacon is so massive and delicious. So what I'm going to do is I've layered the bottom with only 4 pieces, okay? And just kind of whooped it around. The remaining bacon, I'm going to go ahead and cook it, because it's delicious. So we're going to have that also. I'm then going to add all of the mixture on top of this, and then I'm going to layer it with potatoes and carrots. I'll show you that. So the next step, I'm just going to go ahead and do it because it's going to get messy with my hands, and then we'll move to the potatoes and carrots. So there's nothing else in there. If I add any more spices or anything, I tell you, there are none. A little bit of salt. That's it. Let's get going. All right, guys, so I have put the meat mixture in, and I'm taking my potatoes, and I made them smaller. I diced them. I didn't do just quarters, okay? And I'm smashing them in, and I'm going to top them with the carrots, okay? You can get your own carrots that are dehydrated, and then hydrate them, let them soak in the water or whatnot, and then put them in here. Absolutely doable. But we're going to go a little crazy tonight. I want to try this out with some fresh carrots and see if, because, what if you don't like this recipe? I'm kind of thinking I am, but still. I'm also going to go and get a quart of my own homegrown, home-canned green beans. Woo-wee! It's going to be good. All right, guys, we've got it going. We've got to get it at 350 for about 30 minutes. And then we're going to check it, and then we will scoop off any of the fat. We'll get a turkey baster and suck that stuff on out, and then we'll let it cook for about another 15 minutes. Okay, and we'll check the internal temperature. All righty, it's looking good. I'm really hoping this works out really well. This will be a fun project. And again, it shows you another thing that you can potentially do with your Dutch oven. So, Lodge makes the best, and it can really work for you in a lot of different situations. Let's just burn it to learn it if it goes there. Let's go. All right, guys, I want you to see these are my own homegrown Roma 2 green beans. We're going to be opening those and going to be eating them. And I cooked them. Cooked them today, but I canned them on 7/4. Hey, on July 4th, 2 years ago, I canned those right there. So we're going to put these in the mini Dutch oven. We're going to add some bacon because I've got the bacon open. Did you hear that? Something just fell in my freezer or something. And I always open my jars with the jar key. I'm going to put a link in the description below because a lot of folks out there have trouble opening jars and have been asking how I'm doing it. What's that little doodad you use? I've shown it before. It works on all jars. It works great. Great little gift to get and to put into a Christmas package or whatever. I have used the dickens out of this thing. So let's get outside and get cooking and rotate the meatloaf. All right, guys, there's my green beans, salt and pepper. And I put a nice big old slice of bacon right in there. That's going to be good. We're continuing to watch this, watch the temperature, and rotate it. Got to keep a real close eye on that. But we're going to get this all going again. I just sat down for just a minute. Am I in your seat? What's he doing? What are you doing? What? Are you trying to kick me? You're trying to kick me out. You stop it. I knew you'd take over as soon as I got up. No, you stop. No, you stop. You stop. You stop, you scoundrel. Oh, I love you, Mr. Peaches. You're a poopa. Just want to show you what this is looking like 25 minutes in. We just wanted to check it because we want to make sure we weren't burning it to learn it too fast. Beans are going, and so is this. Is this not beautiful? All right, guys, haven't even cut it yet. Here are the green beans, my own homegrown and canned green beans. Oh my word. In the 2-quart Lodge Dutch oven, okay? You need this. For side dishes, 1 single loaf of bread, apples, things like this that you're seeing here, macaroni and cheese, just one little mix-up. This is the perfect size Dutch oven. You've seen me use it multiple times. This is the larger, not the largest, but a larger 10-inch, I believe it's a 4-quart Lodge cast iron Dutch oven. This recipe has been adapted from this cookbook from Lodge Cast Iron. Okay, it's on page 31, I believe. So you need to pick this up. It's got a ton of great exclusive Dutch oven recipes right there. Field Guide to Dutch Oven Cooking. Okay, I'm going to scoop this out. We'll see how it goes. If it's a little bit crispy on the edges, I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, guys? The fire got really big really fast, so we were really working with that. It got to 190. You want to check it. And remember, I cooked it for 30 minutes, and then you're supposed to remove the fat. My meat is so lean, we didn't even have to do that. We did not do that here. So then I cooked it an additional about 20 more minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, and that's where we're at right now. So we're going to plop it out and see how it looks. It smells fantastic. Fantastic. All right, guys. There's how she's looking. Looks perfect. Plopped it up here on the plate. Sliced a homegrown, fresh-picked Roma tomato, and we have dinner. Again, we're going to be working on our carrot situation. We have carrots put away. You could probably can a lot of carrots and then add it later. Don't add it as early, therefore it doesn't cook as fast. There's a lot of different ways to work with this. If you have potatoes that are canned, if you have, again, like I said, your carrots, I would add them later in the recipe so that they do cook up, but they don't get mushy. Okay? Lots of different ways to work with this. So it's important to find a recipe that you like, enjoy, and know that you're confident in doing. And then, make it according to what's easier for you. We're digging in. This is good. My guests are very, very happy. This worked out great. Y'all have a great night. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. We'll see you on the next episode. We're going into day 27. We're about to wrap it up. We got giveaways flying. Check us out on Facebook, and be sure to catch us at the end of this on the 31st. Who's going to get the giveaway? Who's it going to be? We'll see you then, guys. Have a great night, and we'll catch you on the next time. That's the best meatloaf I've had in a long, long time. Notice there's no ketchup or any of that in there. No extra seasonings or spices or preservatives or anything like that. I mean, you just go straight for the gusto. That's because you're dealing with real meat, and the bacon is just absolutely giving it tons and tons of flavor. By the way, the carrots that I used were organic carrots. This is just fantastic. And I would recommend that you dice these. The actual recipe in the book just says take the new potatoes or the red potatoes and you just cut them in quarters. I'm going to tell you what, I would do this. This seemed to work out really, really well. So just wanted to let you know you need to go for this recipe. I think it's on page 31. Check it out.